Today I'm going to talk about playing drum set. Uh, I, I'm a percussionist mostly. I like to play drums, but I'm more of a percussionist. But today I would like to discuss about playing drum set is try to learn as many styles as you possibly can. Then as you go out into the world as a drummer percussion, you're going to find out that most of your opportunities are going to be in the styles that you probably don't listen to, like you probably don't like. Like my favorite style, I like hip hop, R&B, Afro-Cuban music, Latin jazz, gospel, funk, stuff like that. But there are other opportunities. Maybe you haven't had a chance to play rock and roll, some Christian-based type popular music, Christian pop or rock pop. So those are other idioms that drummers you have to be adept to and listen, because a lot of times, man, your blessings are in genres that you're probably not used to listening, that you wouldn't even care to listen to. So you gotta have your ears opening. These blessings, like for us as drummers, again, I'm using that word vaguely because I'm more a percussionist than I'm a drummer per se. I just like percussion. I just like playing various instruments. But I'm gonna go over a few styles. I'm gonna do a most common style that we use normally here. Like the first groove, I just do a basic groove that you normally hear on the radio, like the R&B from the R&B style, which is kind of style drumming. It's a basic groove. One style like that. If you notice, I want my grooves to be really tight. I want my hi-hat driving. I like a driving hi-hat and a good cracking sound for my snare drum. To me, I think the hardest part of playing drums are counting tunes off, ending tunes, and doing segues. And there's a lot of stuff we have to be privy to as we're playing drums. So here's another, coming from that same kind of thing, but more up-tempo style. I'm gonna put it here, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you notice now, when you play drums, we have to be abreast to like the styles that you play. You know, like you playing gospel, R&B, Afro-Cuban, Latin jazz, hip hop kind of grooves. You can be more syncopated. Certain genres you can't be as syncopated. Your sound has to be tight, but it's different. So you have the music that you want to play with. Make sure you listen to it, that you learn the subtleties of those music that you're going to play. For example, like if I'm playing an R&B groove, you know, like I say I do like a busy hi-hat. So you gotta feel like that. But if you're playing other styles, you can't play in that feeling. I relate to styles like the way they make you feel. That's how I do it. Am I saying that's the way they do it? No, I'm saying this is the way I relate to it. Like I feel things. Like I'm kind of sensitive, but I feel things. Here, like a groove like this, like a shuffle kind of groove. See? That feels to me. And I feel like me as a drummer, I have a good grooves. If I can make the band and the band leader feel good, that's all I want to do, is make the band feel good, not get in anybody's way in terms of musicality and expression. If I can kind of hold it down with a driving groove, sensibilities to what's going on, that's what I want to do. That's my approach to drumming. Everybody has their own voice. You got to find a way that you do it. I hear drums from a melodic perspective. I also like rhythm. That's why I like percussion, particularly like Afro-Cuban music, African music, Indian music. I like all that kind of stuff. R&B, church, how there's so much syncopation. I feed off of this thing. I like hip hop, how guys rap over those beats. I like those hi-hat grooves, for example. like that. That's bad to me. Those guys are programming all that stuff. Then as you're playing drums, you try to get a sensibility to that. Like you're playing a ballad, for example, same kind of, you want that same feeling, but it's slow. Another style, start getting into different type of drumming. If you do gospel, R&B, hip hop, the same thing. Rock and roll, the same thing. It's just how you're interpreted. We have to learn how to. And I'm saying we too, because we have to learn how to interpret those things and relate to the sensibilities of the music that you're playing. And a lot of your opportunities again are going to be in music that you probably rarely listen to. And I care, especially like if you're trying to monetize playing drums, playing your instruments. You got to play in environments, in genres that you normally wouldn't listen to. So you got to go out there and try to monetize your instrument. You play everything. You play for everybody. And I'm trying to get in every market that I possibly can. I'm trying to monetize what I do. Again, I'm a percussionist mainly. I try to put percussion in everywhere. There are no boundaries that I won't play in. I'm playing all of them. And I go back and I'm a student of music. I love it. I feel like I'm born to do this. Doesn't mean I'm the greatest ever. No, it don't mean that. It just means that I enjoy learning how to play music. There's another style that you hear coming. Now also, when you're learning drum set, try to learn the different styles, because the drumming is like being percussionist on one instrument. Like you play hip hop, R&B, but you got Afro-Cuban music. You got samba, bossa nova, calypso, soca. Like, here's one of my favorite grooves. I live in New Orleans. This is the predecessor to all the music that we listen to today. Like playing the second line, see? Woo, bad. It's just amazing. See, I was in the military, Navy band, we toured all around the world. You notice wherever the Africans went, the beat changes just maybe a slight different. From wherever country you went, maybe a beat was left out, they put a beat right here. It's very similar. Like if you listen to, like here's a if I'm playing that right, here's a soca. It sounds like second line, but it doesn't. Here's a soca. You hear it commonly in churches now, commonly playing in churches now. Very similar. Or you go to Cuba, you think about a songo. You think about those rhythms, they're very similar. It's like you start learning those styles like a blues shuffle. Then a samba kind of got that feel, but it's not like a triplet kind of feel. Here's a samba. Rhythms are very simple. So as a drummer, try to go back and learn all of those different things. So here's like a sammantuno kind of rhythm. Going through these things briefly because I see the video is getting long. It's almost 10 minutes long. Here's another one, Afro-Cuban 6/8. Then, as you know, jazz is the first music, I'm gonna do this briefly, to use the drum set and the rhythm section. So in a way, everything that we do is coming from that tradition in a way. Like you got a rhythm drummer, bass, piano player, guitar. So your swing pattern, is still, to me, even though we don't listen to jazz as much, it used to be a popular music, as much as it's used to as a society and country, it still swings and just as funky. Here's the swing pattern. Tempo, see, same thing. I'm going through them briefly. My video's getting longer, but I encourage you, as you're playing drums, try to learn as many styles as you possibly can. This has been Ricky the Drum Guy. I hope you have enjoyed it. Guys, have a great day. Health, wealth, and prosperity.